All right. Good morning, everybody. This is Jeffrey Chance. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm coming out to the garden right now. So today, sun's shining. I'm not going to water my garden right now because, as you all know, we got a lot of rain yesterday. And I'm checking on. Looks like only a few things fell over out here. I got a couple of my bulbs that fell over. I was kind of expecting them to, so it's okay. I know you should never expect too much, but let me get that. There we go. If I can get that in there, then he'll stay up. Everything else. So as you can see, the right behind me. So what are you going to do today to make your life better? While I'm doing this, we're going to take a look at some flowers that are starting to come out. These are my bulbs. You can see over here, he's gotten big. Okay. I did put a stick in there so that he could stay up a little bit longer. And over there, of course, my beautiful flowers. So what are you going to do today to make your life better today, okay? What is it that you want to do? What is it you feel you have to do? What is it, some things and ideas that you're going to do to make things go better your way? Whether you're a truck driver, a Marine, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, sailor, whatever it is, you need to get yourself up. You need to make your bed. You need to brush yourself off. You need to go get some breakfast, brush your teeth, get a shower, Now it's about time to get your kids up. Don't matter what they say, get them up. If they gotta go take them outside to do calisthenics, do that. Don't tell the kid I told you to do that, though. What are you gonna do today to make your life and your kids' lives better? All right, sorry, I had to turn my Wi-Fi off because I'm away from the house. What are you gonna do today? Now, yesterday I picked up a couple ears of corn. Corn turned out really good this year. It's kind of funny because in smaller batches, my corn actually does better. But I usually plant a lot of it for my friends and neighbors and everybody because I love giving stuff to my friends and neighbors. And the reason why I do that is because, like I said, my garden is just my way of communicating with people, showing people I love, that I care for them. I was always taught you give food, candy, whatever, to friends and neighbors and stuff so that, it's just something I've always been taught to do. So anyway, I want everybody to know that you matter today. And what is it you're going to do? Like I said, the first thing you do is small victories in life. Do a small victory. Okay, small victories be like making your bed. First thing in the morning. Small victories, brushing your teeth. You think that these are all commonplace, but there's a lot of people who don't do it. There's a lot of people out there that don't gargle. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're doing the simple, basic things so you can have small victories today. Now, when you go to that job interview, dress appropriately. My suggestion is before you go to any interview whatsoever, and I'm dead serious on this one, before you go to any interview, I want you to basically look up the company online. I want you to find out what the company is all about and basically do your research. So when they start asking if you know about the company, you can say, yes, I do. Okay? Look at that. I got myself a cucumber. I might make some pickles. There's one cucumber. I got a couple. So as you're doing it, you got to grow in. Now, you don't want to go overboard with things. You want to make sure your resume is all up to date. Believe it or not, resumes do not mean too much. It manages. They can ask you about. A true business owner actually is going to sit down with you and they're going to ask you questions about what you can do for that company. Okay? So you always got to do your best. You got to put forward every single day. Dress up, show up, get up, dress up, show up. And then do the best with what you got. Okay? It's like a seed. You get it in the ground. You got to cultivate it. I don't know how many of you guys know the story of the bamboo, okay? You can put a seed in the ground and you plant it, and for 5 years you're watering. Nothing comes up. Nothing. Just weeds around it whatsoever. Just weeds and weeds and weeds. And it doesn't really matter. But you know what? If you have faith and you have a little determination, it's really funny because after 5 years, all of a sudden the thing shoots up in the middle of the night and it's only 5 or 6 feet tall. And all of a sudden for 5 years, nothing. Then all of a sudden 5 or 6. But if you didn't take care of it, even though you couldn't see it, you had to have faith in it. You had to have faith that it was going to come up. And this is a true story because there's several seeds out there and several things you can plant. It's not going to do any good this year or maybe not even next year. But if you do not keep, fertilizing it, if you do not keep, making sure you keep the weeds from it, if you don't keep taking care of it, what's going to happen eventually is it's not going to come up at all. But if you keep taking care of it, you keep doing what it takes, keep going, when you think it's never going to be there. Think about 5 years for one bamboo stock. 5 years. The reason why I'm giving you this analogy is I want you to look at yourself, okay? And I want you to see what you're doing with your kids. I want you to see what you're doing with your spouses. I want you to see what you're doing with your girlfriend or boyfriend. I want you to see what you're doing with your friends and neighbors. And I want to know if you're cultivating, if you're basically taking care of the seeds that you planted years ago, or if you just gave up because it's like, oh my God, it's too hard. I don't want to do it no more. We are in an entitled generation, and we've got to get out of that mindset. We got to get out of that viewpoint. And I say that because you have to let things grow. You have to let people see who you are. Who cares about the rumor and the gossip? Who cares about the past? If you're cultivating and you're taking care of it and you're feeding it and you're watering it and you're doing your best you can without going overboard, eventually it's going to shoot up and eventually it's going to pay off. But you got to have faith in yourself first, okay? So you are actually the seed. You got to have faith in yourself. You got to keep watering yourself. You got to keep feeding yourself. You got to keep educating yourself. You got to keep reading a book. Don't go off the quick solutions that the news has or the newspapers have or stupid grocery store magazines that are in the freaking drama aisle. What you've got to do is you've got to believe in yourself. Believe in God, believe in yourself, believe in each other, and cultivate. And basically sit there and you got to till it. You got to keep the weeds out. And everything you did years ago. And this one makes a lot of sense, and I know it gets used a lot, but when are the two best times to plant a tree? 20 years ago, and you'd have shade today, or right now. So that in 20... Sorry about that, cell signal is not always the greatest. So anyway, when you plant stuff and you grow stuff, and I use my garden as an example for a lot of different things, okay? And I use that on purpose because you'll never know. Hey, puppy! Oh. Hey, puppy. How are you, huh? You'll never know what you're getting until you get it. Hey, you guys like cucumbers? Okay. Ask your mom if they want any. I got some for you. So, and remember, Gracie's cucumbers are coming up. I got 3 of them now. Really nice cucumbers. Whatever you do later, you gotta grow. You gotta nurture it. Relationships are the same way. You can't just expect things to happen. People that get into things for money, power, prestige, they fall out of favor, okay? And that's why I always tell people, they love you when you're on your top because they want your table scraps. They love when you're going down to the bottom because they can talk trash about you. It's the ones that are there at your worst. They're going to love you the most, okay? When I was in the Marine Corps, I saw a lot of guys going through divorces. They had problems with family and everything else. And it's funny is because each Marine, whether or not we liked each other or not, we love each other when we got out, but we were still there for each other. That's the reason why we're able to continue forward in the Marine Corps and in the Army and the Navy and the Coast Guard and stuff like that, is because we're there at each other's worst. And we're trying to get us back to the best. Why? Because we get each other to the best, we don't annoy each other so much. But one day a company is going to come up with a cell phone that actually has a good signal for long periods of time. And so, maybe it's my mom's way of telling me to cut it short. Alright, so I'm going to end it now. So here's what I'm going to end with. Today, you matter. Do what you can for each other. Give people a chance. Give things a shot. If you've never done it before, do it. You gotta live outside the box. Live outside your norm. Live outside. If you can do that, you can do almost anything you want. Remember this of all things. 1, you matter. 2, tell your kids that you love them, you care about them. If your kids are not around, write them a letter and put it away in a safe area. Put today's date on there. If you want to, make a video on your phone for your family and friends and kids today so that later on they know what you were thinking. Nobody can get inside your head. But you know what? If you leave something out there and say something happens to you, you know what kind of gift that would be to your family and friends if they found that stuff later on? It would be a gift and a blessing because now all of a sudden they know how you really felt. They know that you were just mad at something or something goes on. With technology today, we can do that. And you should try to do that as much as you can. Go ask your mom and dad to make you a video so if something ever happens to them, maybe you have a video of something they said to you that they wouldn't say because, like I said, a lot of us, we live in these bubbles. And if it's outside of our comfort zone, we don't like to do it. But if nobody has to see it, we're okay with it. Do your best today. Take care of each other. Call your friends and family, okay? If you have to, remind people that sometimes you're just going through a situation, but when you get through it, you'll be back in touch. But you got to get through your bad situations first. I do these because, like I said, we all have situations we have to get through. We all have jobs we got to go to. We all have to we're in college, we're getting ready for school and stuff. Know you matter. Forgive those around you that ever did anything bad to you. You just got to forgive them. And you got to mean it. Forgive yourself for allowing them to do it. But most of all, get out there and just freaking be motivated, okay? So in my next video on this today will be the motivational video because I got to get going. But I will talk to everybody in a little bit. For all my Marine Corps brothers out there, hey, love each and every one of you. You guys matter, okay? I know I served with some of you. Others I didn't serve with, but I wish I did because you guys are great. Carlos, love your brother. Mark, love your brother. Cherie, love you. Larry, Embry, miss you, love you. Jason, love your brother. Okay? Don't run over anybody in your trucks. And for all my trucker friends out there, just remember you're heroes. For all the police officers out there, you each are heroes, okay? Do things for the right reason and the right way. My name is Jeffrey Jansen. I'll talk with everybody soon. Bye now.